Yo, what up, YouTube? This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm coming at you. Whew, y'all, this has been a day. This has been a day. A lot has been going on, y'all. A lot has been going on. And we're going to talk about it right now, you know what I'm saying? This ain't about anyone. This is not about any sides, whatever the case may be. This is about, what I've seen, what I know, what I think, my interpretation of what I've heard, what I've seen, things of that nature. So here we go. Let's start off with Mr. James Caldwell. He got on his live addressing people that he felt that wronged him, addressing people that he felt was throwing subliminal messages toward him, and just pretty much addressing the situation between him and Mr. Sean Bradley. So, of course, James said that, he just came out and said that they're not friends anymore. Well, it's not, they haven't talked in months. They haven't done anything. He asked people to tell him what he did wrong to be disloyal. He asked people to ask him to tell him what he did to warrant the responses that he felt that he has been given. And a couple people said, they felt that it was kind of shady that he, have been super chatting, people that are basically don't like Sean. That's kind of shady if they were good friends. Once again, he made a point to say that they are not friends, and he can do whatever he wants to do with whoever he wants to do it with. He can go wherever he wants to go. He's damn near 50 years old, and he'd be damned if he's going to let a 37, 38-year-old person and his friends say whatever they want to say about him and kind of very much disparage his character. Well, my thing is this with that comment. James asked the question, basically he asked people to say what they want to say in this chat. Towards the latter part of the chat, I wrote a question, and it was a statement and a question. And the question statement was, since you admitted that, the friendship that you guys had was public and on this public platform, people saw this friendship bloom and blossom on this public platform. So they were a little dismayed in regard of the disintegration of the friendship relationship that you guys have cultivated over several years with no explanation. That's why people were so invested in what you guys was doing and what was going on, and chose to speak out on it when, things didn't look quite right. And also, he asked questions such as, he was upset because he felt, my interpretation, because I can't tell you how he felt. Based on what he said, my interpretation was that he was kind of upset when the Truth Enterprises did a call in. And I guess he said that she cussed him out and called him all kind of names or whatever the case may be on Sean's call-in platform, and Sean didn't do anything about that. People was pointing out to him that, isn't that the same thing that you're doing when people are talking about him and you're super chatting them? In essence, that's the same thing that people was wondering in his chat, And he said that people wasn't getting it right. People was not listening, whatever the case may be. Whatever, it is what it is. But then someone mentioned the fact that, he not allows, but he doesn't say anything when ZT was dragging Sean, which is kind of, people saying that it's the same thing as well. Is it? It's only up to him to answer that question. And if he feels it is not the same thing, because he can tell a grown person what to do, that's the same thing about Sean. He can't tell a grown person what to do. And we know that Sean has, when he have call-ins was not, he always let people get whatever feeling they have out. He doesn't try to interpret what they're saying. He doesn't try to interject his own personal opinion to that. But, it is what it is. So that went down. Then he said something about "oh no," and "oh no" responded with a video basically saying that she never said that she, what's the word? Damn, I forgot the name of the title. Betrayal. That's it. She never said that was the biggest betrayal And she didn't, because I was there on that video, outside the video that she was talking about in reference to. What she said was that if there's something that you want to say, just say it. But she reiterated that in the video she made today after she was in the live and addressed what he said, and they came to some kind of consensus of what was happening. Now that happened. It's like it was a lot going on. Whew. Then Sean went live to address a situation that happened with Wiley. Then, so on that situation, basically, we all noticed on Sunday, Sean made a live where he actually told Wiley that there are people that were willing to work with him. You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, but based on how he'd been moving recently and how his reputation is, they rather pass and go another way with whatever project they wanted to go with and try to do. So I guess today on Wiley's live this morning, Wiley said that his friend or ex-friend now, which is another story as well. Ooh, there's a lot going on, y'all. I told you. Said that someone was willing to hand him some money. That's not what Sean said. Sean said that you missed out on 2 bags that he know of because the way you're acting and the way you're moving. Now, when people hear the word bag, they automatically think that someone's trying to hand you a bag full of money. No. Basically, what Sean was trying to say is that, Wally, you had opportunities to make a bag. And based on how you're moving and your character right now, people chose to go another way with that project or with those projects or with those decisions. It's not that you are being handed a powerful money to do with what you will, but people was giving you the opportunity to make money. That's what that was. So anyways, back to Sean's life. So basically he's explaining that to Wiley, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and just saying that, the way you're moving right now is not what people want to work with. It's not a good look for you. And he just felt compelled to give you the heads up because he don't want to be there to stop anyone's bag or have anyone stop their own bag based on how they move. And really he doesn't care, but the fact that, we're all black men, you know what I'm saying, on this YouTube thing, trying to make it the best way we can. He felt compelled to do that. Then I strolled over to take a little train ride. Now, I don't know what the name of this show is called, but it's with, ex-TSCC members or former TSCC members or current TSCC members or whatever it may be. They're pretty much dragging Wiley. But in their dragging of Wiley, someone asked a question, whatever, does Wiley breath stink and does Wiley smell like doo-doo? A challenge answer a question, well, it's not. But the person felt compelled to answer that question. Oh no, his breath doesn't stink. He doesn't smell like doo-doo, this and the third. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have said that on this platform. I would have just ignored the question altogether. But that was, for me, shady. And also a little bit of hint of said individual protecting and defending Wiley as well. As much stuff that's going on right now. Oh, sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. Sean in his life also said, that people are wondering if this fallout between Wiley and ex-TSCC, is that a manipulation tactic, basically? That's not his words, those are my words. To try to still secure some type of financial gain based on what Sean said earlier. Showing people that, he can change and do things like that. But that's what it was. That's what it is. And with that, basically, jump forward to the train show, whatever it's called. That's when I think that would make people think that, something's fishy or whatever. Because if we know how she moves, we know how they move over there. If someone was actually dragging the way that they said they are dragging each other, that comment would have been done, or the response to that comment would have been done totally different and a totally different way. I'm just saying that's the little thing that I caught, and no one was really spilling a lot of new information. because we know that Wiley lies. We know that he was part of a lot of the nonsense that happened over there. But what kind of surprised me was that fact that people over there calling someone ugly and someone's threatening to fight someone. Hey, let's stop. I'm so sick and tired of all this threatening people with physical violence, and the reality is, you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Stop all this threatening people. Like, y'all really need to stop all that bullshit, especially women threatening men. Y'all really need to stop that. Now, Wally will not hit a woman, nor would I don't know any man that would. At the same time, I don't know any man that will sit there and allow a woman to hit them either. You know, we do have sisters, we do have aunts, we do have female friends, we do have female cousins. Please stop all this threatening, you guys. This makes no sense. Shit. Like, I mean, if you're that upset because you felt that you were used, which I thought that was an act, I felt that was an act they were putting on over there. But if you're that upset, well, it's not. Tell your grown sons. You have grown sons, don't you? Tell them. You know. But stop threatening men, you guys. That makes no sense to me. Like, really, stop it. It makes no sense. Anyway, so that happened, whatever. Then, you know, I know it's a lot going on. Then, what happened? I'm trying to go in consecutive order. So it was James, and it was Sean, and it was the train show. Oh, then I'm listening to Tracy on her live. You know, talking about what happened with James and things like that. What happened, this and the third, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. So she asked James to call in, and she always do to get to the bottom of it, just find out what's going on. And basically, that's what happened. Tracy had her live. James called in. They discussed it. Tracy asked the question she asked. People was wondering what's going on, this and the third. James took by his story that he said earlier that him and Sean are not friends. They haven't been in communication with each other for a while now. You know, there's no big thing. People just can't, you know, tell him where he can go. He goes where he want to go. He can spend his money how he want to spend his money. This, that, and the third. He also made it very clear that this wasn't a bashing of Sean Bradley, nor was it a bashing of the entire club chat. He said that it was basically addressing 3 people, you know, and basically what they've said and done. And I guess there's some more people that he said as well, but that he didn't name those people. But, you know, it is what it is. But he just made it very clear that it was not an attack against Sean Bradley. It was not an attack against Club Chat. He has no problem with Club Chat. Basically, he was just addressing the people that he felt was going around with subliminals and things of that nature. If Tracy came to a conclusion and a consensus of what was going on, then basically I left that chat. Then I went to the 7 Stars live chat. Oh, Lord. Like I said, a lot was going on, y'all. There was a lot going on. So then I went to the 7 Stars chat, and she was interviewing Wiley with an exclusive. Basically, what Wiley was doing was trying to redeem himself, you know, trying to basically air out TSCC or the members of ex-TSCC or current whatever, you know, that whole situation over there. He basically was airing them out. Basically, he's trying to say, you know, he made a strategic move by donating Fibe $20 consecutively after she hit 1,000 people in her one chat that he did that in. Basically, he knew that would be a way to basically get removed from CSCC or that whole group or that whole movement over there. He said that old girl over there is jealous of Fibe. He said that you know, she is scared to go to court because she knows she's going to lose. That's why she's dodging stuff like that, dodging the process service, dodging court appearances, things of that nature. He also said that, you know, Cynthia R took over $8,000 from her, but she just bought she also bought a new gaming computer. Basically, he's trying to air out all the stuff that whatever's going on with the members over there, saying that the leader over there basically bought a new gaming computer, and we know how much it was cost, you know what I'm saying? But she has no job. He said that she has many troll accounts that she used. She's up all night working on stuff to sabotage people. He said the reason why he released all of his wrenches, his moderators from on his channel, was because he knew that she would be going after them because to get back at him because she don't know anything about him per se, or she can't do anything to him to hurt him. So that's why she would go after his mods. So that's why he released his mods. Of course, they was giving Wiley money every month, whatever. So they stopped doing that based on the rules of the group over there. He also said that she can pick anyone in the group to give money to at any point in time or to take money from and then just give it to her, saying that people just give her money just because she's who she is, things of that nature. But what he said basically wasn't really spilling any good tea. He really wasn't saying anything that we haven't heard already, that we haven't known already. All these things that he was saying basically was surface things. So, of course, he said he didn't know the name of her son, which he also admitted that the places she lived is in her son's name because he is a grown adult, basically, or considered a legal adult, I should say, over the age of 18. Yeah. Basically, he was talking around circles, whatever, while Seven was trying to get more information out of him and more deep information. He said that she didn't know any of his passwords or his account information. Um, yeah, he was just saying stuff that was already out there that we already have known about. So, yeah, it was just a lot going on today. It was a lot going on today. It was like live after live after live after live. It was a lot of information being thrown out there. A lot of people hurt feelings being thrown out there. Was not, people voicing themselves, people responding to people voicing themselves, people having these 1,000 people in their lives type days today. It was really a lot going on today. It was a lot going on today, you guys. And basically, I'm trying to follow all that while I was at work. Just trying to follow everything as it progressed, or I should say unfolded on my way to work. And of course, yeah, that was it. That was it. That was a lot going on, y'all. It was a lot going on. It was been a busy evening. It's been a very busy evening, you guys. Yeah, those are just a short recap of what this day has been. What else? Anything else happened today that I wasn't aware of? Yeah, it probably did, but those were the highlights of the day. As I always say, you guys, this your boy Food Junkie. Love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. And until next time, y'all have a great evening. Peace out.